हॉट लगती हो.
So tell me about your upcoming movie.
It's a romantic drama, a little bit of sci-fi, a little bit of comedy, a little bit of action. Movie for everybody, something for everyone.
जो genre पसंद है, आ जाइए.
But it's a very new concept. It's a kind of a new way of telling a love story. I think it follows the journey of Jay's character and kind of gives him a foresight into what his life could be like if he doesn't change a few things, and I then gives him the chance to kind of do it all again.
नहीं नहीं ऐसा कोई hint नहीं है. There's no sci-fi element. There's no technology that जिसकी वजह से he travels in time. It's a fictitious story done in a real way. I think Bar Dekho talks about the youth today that whether they want to commit themselves to a partner or they want to be extremely ambitious and go further and further in their careers. So जो वो decision making होता है हर एक youngster की life में, it talks about that. I think it's very apt to today's generation. I myself go through that a lot of times where I feel that I think I should be spending more time away from family, work, friends, and just family and friends and give it more to my work. But then I feel that I'm losing out on relationships across, around me, and that's something I should cherish because that's what's going to live for longer. So yeah, I think it's exactly talks about that. बहुत अच्छा message है इस picture में. Time है, this guy, it's about this man's journey and what he gets to see in the future of his love story and what he gets to learn from that, what he gets to change in his life at times. So fictitious angle है ऐसा real life में I don't know किसके साथ हुआ है कि नहीं हुआ है. I doubt, but I think it's very entertaining and yet very emotional and very touching.
Does it has some kind of message as well, or is just a plain love?
Yes, exactly. As I मैंने कहा, the message is this only. The message is that how we need to prioritize and have a balance between our work and our professional or personal life, and how we need to like I'm a professor, I'm a maths professor in the film, and I keep talking about equations. Okay. Even in the trailer, I say love, J plus Diya equals to love. So उसी में कि कोई भी equation without balance के solve नहीं होता है. So you need a balance to solve a particular equation on both sides. So it talks about that.
Talking about the obvious, the smashing hit song Kala Chashma, of course, you might have heard a lot of questions about that. This is your fourth or fifth blockbuster song. How difficult was it, and how exciting, how challenging was this song?
The song was a lot of fun. I think it comes at a time in the movie where it's a big celebration, and it was a great track. After a while, I've heard a song which is so enjoyable to dance on. I think Bosco's done a fantastic job with the choreography. Both me and Sid were really excited, and we were kind of just having a great time, and everyone was really happy on the set.
We worked really hard for it.
We worked hard.
Yeah,
we worked very hard.
Talk about your moves. And
Yeah.
Of course, yours too, but yours definitely, like I read in the papers as well.
No, even if I would talk about her moves only, if I see the video, I was only looking at her moves. Yeah.
So it was fun, it was challenging.
Yeah, it was challenging, as all songs are. You have to put in the work. It doesn't just come naturally. I think you have to, with dance, you have to put in the rehearsals to make it look effortless, and that's what I do with all my songs. But for me, dance is a big passion. So because it's a passion of mine, it's something I enjoy. It's not tiresome for me. It gives me a lot of joy as well.
Yeah, she just tires other people out and make them rehearse multiple times. But then it shows. So I'm happy. I wish Katrina is there in all my songs.
Okay, that's great.
I'll come as guest appearances.
Yeah, suddenly she emerges.
Was the choreographer different in this song as compared to your other songs, or was the same choreographer?
No, I've worked with Bosco many times. This is probably my, 10th or 11th, 12th song. I've done quite a few songs with Bosco. Okay. We have a great synergy. I understand the way he works. He understands the way that, in dance-wise, what works for me and my kind of style. I think we both understand that really well.
Through this movie, you guys try to do something different as compared to plain action movies, which are like. So how challenging was that in a love story kind of setup? It's a little different.
It is very different. We keep And people think that we only keep saying that about all our films, but when you see the film, you'll realize that it is genuinely very different.
Because I saw some of the promos. It looks different, and
Correct.
it's a challenging doing different films.
Correct.
It's easy doing the run-of-the-mill films, and nothing against that.
Mm-hmm.
But how challenging was that, story-wise? Of course, you might have a great.
I think by far for me, it's been the most challenging so far. Not that I've done, various numbers of films, but I think purely because it's very challenging. Purely because you're imagining a lot of situations. You're going, say even age-wise. You have to go play a slightly more mature character, and in that you have to imagine all your relationship with that person. Ki us age mein, how would you feel for your loved one? How would you feel for your friend? How would you feel for your brother? How would you feel for your mother? So I think just to purely create that in your head is very challenging, to sell it convincingly. And to not make it look, a little flimsy or filmy. That I think Nitya also, the director, hats off to her, that she's done a lot of her homework and she knew exactly in what sort of acting she wanted. We've tried to keep everything very subtle, very more to how nuanced people are in their real lives. We're not really playing up anything which is larger than life. So yeah, I think a lot of work went into our looks. A lot of work went into this character Jay that I played, and hopefully people will see that. And eventually, we've always kept like the main theme or the motivation behind why is he going there, what is the message. We've always kept that thread together. So I think by far the most mehnat that I've done in performance for a film.
So some of the reasons why should somebody, audience should come to see this movie. Of course, it's your Jodi there.
There is Katrina Sidharth in the film, guys. Yes.
Yeah,
And there are two more songs like Kala Chashma.
What gets
just hidden
people
it.
into the film, I feel you never know. I feel we never know. We can presume and we can assume it's a hit song or it's this or it's a star or whatever. But I think the audience nowadays is very
I think
intelligent.
Today, yeah, exactly. So the
I think
reason they're intelligent, they would come with the trailer, right?
They sense if there's something in the story which connects to them.
Correct. Yeah.
If it connects,
Yeah.
they come in. If it doesn't, they don't. It's as simple as that. So I think all we can do as actors is know that we've put our heart and soul into the film.
Yeah.
It's a good script. It's a really beautiful story, in my opinion. This is what I feel. And we just have to hope now that the audience has got that from the trailer and that they come in on Friday. Because that's all you can do.
9
You've
September.
you've done what you can. You've done now your acting on the set, and you just have to hope that what you're speaking and what you're putting out there visually is connecting to your audience.